Okay. I am casting TSDL? Or TSDL, yeah, I said it right. Season S, round of 64. That's my pizza versus Jagger. So, Jagger has a pretty standard box. Maybe the only non-typical pick that you see is Lambda, but there's Gizaroff around too, so it's pretty heavy myth leaning, right? That's my pizzas running a totally standard box. Debuff AoE, Bernhardt, he's very relevant these days. First pick Kruger, with only 2 tanks, saying that you're willing to play tankless, which is fine against AoE, right? Jagger, on the other hand, wanted to pick Hilda. I think that usually, if you're fighting debuff AoE, or even just AoE, you probably want Juggler instead of Hilda if you want a tank, and it makes enough sense to first pick a tank if you want to play with the tank. You don't necessarily need to versus AoE, but in That's My Pizza's box, there's still T-Jess, Elwind, Bernhardt, all good single target. Dog would do worse. Oh, Zelda wants to join the co-cast? Yeah, what's up, Zelda? You can just talk whenever. I'll make sure to be hitting push to talk now. Yeah. I'm unmuted on Discord, so. Anyway. Florentia? What's up? Florentia and Raza got banned, so Jagger picked Liana. That makes sense. Fighting debuff AoE. Then Bernhardt and Juggler got banned. Juggler's good against AoE. That's why Pizza's pretty much just running. Yeah, I hear you, Zelda. What's up?
Okay, so we have a debuff team from Pizza and probably another debuff team from Jagger. So it's similar matchups. Pizza is relegating to perhaps not even picking a tank, which might be a little more interesting.
Yeah. I think Pizza's gonna pick Liana here.
Yeah, Liana or Licorice
Yeah.
should both be pretty good. He might, if he picks up a tank now, his healers will be banned. But he
Yeah.
does have somewhat of 2.5 or 3 healers, so interesting to see what he would do in this scenario. He's definitely taking his time.
I like Liana here. Your player 2, Act Again, will be strong. There is Florentia too, though, you're right. So you don't necessarily need to pick a healer if you're Pizza.
Yeah, there's 2.5 healers. Yeah, Licorice can definitely be a full healer, but
Yeah.
not about her unique. Her unique makes it a lot easier to do that role.
The other thing is, if you want Liko to be a healer versus debuff, you probably want to have a Bracer Liko. Just otherwise you get silenced. Pretty gross.
That can be pretty painful.
Yeah.
Great, definitely banning the healers here, so he's allowing him to get a tank because he's just going pure AoE. But it's very strange that his AoE potential is not very strong here once these two dudes are banned. Now you
Yeah.
only have Moldius and two not too great AoEers. I'm not sure what the plan is here, especially with even a heal like a Licorice should be able to heal out this much weak AoE.
Yeah, I mean, Gizaroff, he feels a bit weak here. I don't think that he can't kill Bozel. Liko could be hard for him to kill. Even Kruger, honestly.
Yeah, I would probably pick up the Bozel there, or even the what's her name?
Lambda.
Yeah, Lambda. Exactly.
Yeah, you have Gospel. You can give her a buff no matter what, and
She
Oldius.
does do a lot of chunk damage.
Yeah, Oldius
Not
isn't.
just not that great against Bozel. He has so much magic defense.
Yeah, Oldius isn't too big of a threat. I guess he can. He's not gonna be able to stop anybody with his tiles, right? And he's sort of just damaged then.
Yeah. But I'm liking Pizza's team better. The burn does great damage against Hilda, assuming that Hilda is Lancer. And yeah, he has more AoEs, more debuff potential. And Jagger's team seems kind of it has some basics, but it's more of like a push your opponent out, hope they die in fog team.
Yeah, you're basically trying to stall with Gizaroff and Oldius. That's the biggest win condition I see for Jagger's side.
Yeah, but one big debuff, and it just could be game over for Jagger. It depends on RNG, of course, but I think it's pretty high chance that there's gonna be some nasty debuffs going on the side of Pizza's side.
There's Liko tiles. There's a there's a Bozel. Bozel is a little slow, but now that Hilda got picked up from Pizza's side, Gizaroff's constructs definitely won't be doing anything. And if Burn brings Sword Dance, then Liko can bring Mass Protect, so can Liana, which will counter a heal block. You can also bring Sky Archer. So Jagger's side does have some tools to deal with debuffs, but Pizza just has a much better combo, right?
Yeah, he has a lot of debuffs. He has like 3 full debuffers and 1 burn, which can debuff as well.
Yeah.
It's gonna be quite painful. As long as Pizza chooses infantry troops that don't get blocked out and stalled out by the tiles, I think he should be good. That Liquor should definitely be using like bishops or something right now.
Yeah, you don't want to fly into Oldius.
Flying here is not very good. You can definitely get stalled out, maybe even pushed into the fog and move nasty debuffs.
Yeah, especially if Oldius clocks a lot, it's always a risk.
Yeah. Definitely gonna be an RNG heavy match, but Pizza should have the advantage in this big man.
Yeah, I mean, Bozel clocking feels a lot more devastating than Oldius clocking.
I'm not sure that Bowl needs that sleep though. That sleep is a interesting decision. But I guess he could try to sleep like Liana, for example, and try to prevent the heals that way. But I think just another AoE just probably is better.
Yeah, we just saw that Jagger's Liko isn't Bracer, so pretty high chance that she gets silenced at some point.
Definitely can get silenced, but it's that demon Gizaroff is gonna take a load of damage.
Yeah.
Once Langrisser hits it. But there are a decent amount of demon Gizaroffs, interestingly. It just gives his stats, his mechs so much stats.
Yeah. Huge HP on the construct, really hard to kill the construct, especially if it rolls the damage reduction buff.
Yeah, there's a lot of constructs that are very, very tough to kill, especially since the team from Pizza is not really single targeted. But I'm sure that the burn could probably kill the construct.
Well, he did bring Lava Titans, so those don't do a lot of damage, but yeah, probably. A lot of Burn's damage does come from his troops.
Yeah, but he has a lot of damage up, so it should be fine.
Yeah.
Should be fine. And Jagger's retreating instead of pushing forwards, which is very strange because we thought that his strategy would be to control the middle, push Pizza out, but he's sort of retreating. So, yeah, I'm not sure about that strategy.
One thing we are forgetting is that Pizza has Hilda, so Oldius pushing won't work too well here.
Pizza's Hilda? I thought Hilda was Ben.
Yeah, no, Pizza.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Oldius.
So isn't this just a wrap then? It feels like very, very low chance of Jagger that he will win this. I thought that Hilda was banned.
Yeah.
That's why. I guess I wasn't paying too much attention for this band, but
It's okay.
well,
It looks really rough if you can't stall out with Oldius here.
Yeah, you're losing on the debuff sides. You're winning on the healing side, but if there's more debuffs than heals, then the healing side doesn't really matter. It's going to get each other in a sense. Of course, there's also RNG that can happen, but there's a lot more RNG on pizza side, so I'm very, very hesitant to say that Jagger can even win this. It seems like a very, very bad matchup.
Yeah, Bernhardt just got a Tenyo's breeze. It's looking pretty rough, I agree. But he brought Lightning Strike on Oldius. That's not it's just really hard. You can't get through the Hilda. There are limited heals from Pizza side, just Liko.
Yeah.
So pretty much the only way I see Jagger winning is if he can manage to outstall his opponent.
That's gonna be quite hard though.
Yeah.
Also, debuffs unless you have Rosen.
I think Liana and Deedlit can do it too.
Yeah, they can, but they get silenced. Really, really sad. And most Lianas are using Teddy Bear.
So Jagger's immediately giving up turn priority because he has Liana. He's going to have to give up turn priority at some point. You might as well do it when you're safe.
Yeah. And that does allow Pizza to AoE in the start of next round, which can be quite strong. And especially with that sleep. That sleep might be a really, really good option against that. Using first turn priority, sleep Liana, and do a lot of debuffs afterwards.
Yeah, he brought Lightning Breath on Oldius too, so he's definitely going to try and overwhelm Pizza's healing. But Oldius does... Yeah, Oldius does need to be in range of an ally if he wants to do solid damage though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the Gizzer off is not going to do much AoE damage against a Licorice either, because that's a Demon versus Holy.
Yeah.
So unless this Licorice is like 4-star, I don't think this Licorice is going to fall that easily.
And I think Pizza should probably keep his Licorice in healer mode for a while.
Yeah, always keep it in healer mode. I rarely ever in dark mode, unless I'm going for a big AoE.
Yeah, if Liko's your only healer.
The healing side is just very good.
Yeah, the healing tiles are really strong. You can also bring Mass Protect or Mass Resist. Both can cover stuff really well. Or you can just stick with Dark Despair. Still good.
And he brought the bishops as well, so more heals that way as well, and even more AoE damage if he chooses to go that route.
Pizza's pretty much just taking the center. Jagger seems a little afraid. I would be too. Bernhardt got a Tenyo's, and as soon as Bozel AoE lands, especially if it lands on a lot of people, it's going to be a lot of damage. Bozel also just got a Tenyo's damage dealt buff.
He's back up?
Huh?
Yeah, the screen froze from you for a bit, but it's back up.
Yeah, no, it was good for me, but okay.
This match is going to take quite a while though, because Jagger is hiding back really, really far.
If you're Pizza, do you even push past the center, or do you just wait for Jagger to come to you?
I just wait in the middle. Eventually he has to come to me.
Yeah.
He's trying to stay like separated from all the AoE, but the AoEs are pretty big, so it's hard to not get like 3 units to get with a single AoE from anybody on Pizza's team.
Yeah, you can zone Bozel. Bernhardt, Kruger, and Liko though, not really. Their AoE radius is just too big. And Kruger also got a breeze.
Yeah, definitely gonna be very, very hard to even scratch Pizza's team. Yeah, he doesn't have any silence AoEs except maybe Gizarov's construct.
Yeah, and
So I guess
that's
he might have to bet on that. He might just have to bet that his construct debuffs the Licorice's AoE and then silences it, and then just hope for some good AoE follow up after that.
yeah. I didn't see if Pizza's Liko is Bracer, but if it isn't, then it's probably the best shot you have. Because if other people get silenced, it doesn't really matter if Liko doesn't get silenced, because she'll just purge it, right?
Yeah, most Licorices are not bracelet. Most are like True Cross, like Dimensional Jewel, even Star Earring.
Vidars.
Vidars as well, but the Vidars version is usually a lot more susceptible to Harry's AoE kills.
Yeah.
So I try not to do that if possible. But Jagger's time is running low, much more faster than Pizza's because his game plan is very simple: just push the middle, wait for a big AoE, while Jagger has to come up with some strategy that could potentially win. And there are not many, if any at all.
Yeah. Something to be
He's spending a
said.
lot of time.
Something to be said for just having a nice simple strategy.
Go over AoE here, does like nothing.
Yeah, he's out of range
But
of
then
allies.
is there like a defense debuff or something?
Yeah, it is.
Uh, and I noticed that Modius is also has no uh, revive and also has low HP. So that guy just might die really quickly.
Yeah, he brought
Like
lightning
8K
strike.
HP, I believe. He's probably he might be able to kill him. The HP is so low. You might just be able to burn kill.
Yeah.
And then clock helps as well. He doesn't really need it, but it definitely is quite nice. But this burns on an AoE for a good amount. Might even kill that Moldius.
It's hard for Jagger.
Pizza should think about just killing the Moldius though. And because once that Moldius is dead, that's one less debuffer, one less AoEer down, and there's pretty much nothing else that Jagger can do. But he's playing very, very safe, which is fine as well.
Yeah.
He has the event here. No need to let things slip up.
Saving Burns action for after the Liana moves. That sounds good.
You can also just do it on the following turn as turn priority.
Yeah.
Since that's up.
What a sleeping Oldiest there does is it lets it forces player 1 to have the last action, right? Or whoever has turn priority.
Yeah.
Because Oldiest will be stunned, you can't move him.
Yeah, but that Oldius has healing debuff. He's so much debuffs. That's probably a dead Oldius for sure.
Yeah. Just between Kruger and Liko, they probably kill that, much less burn too.
He's do the construct AoE now. Not sure if it's very good because it hits no one with the initial AoE.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have probably not done that. I would have tried to debuff the Licorice somehow. But the Licorice is ideally staying back, which is very good from Pizza's side.
Yeah, good positioning.
He realizes that the Licorice, if it gets debuffed, maybe has a chance to lose. So he's avoiding that, hiding in the back from all the potential debuffs.
It's also nice to have Healer Liko versus Dark Liko, because you can use her to cut through the tiles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the tiles will can play a role here, but not too much as of right now because Pizza has a pretty good team against Stall.
I'm not
He
sure
moved
what
the
this
burn and did nothing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this construct can accomplish, and I feel like you can just punch the construct there too, right?
I feel like that construct might even live like Kruger's attack though, because the constructs can be really bulky. Oh, there is a clock that might help. That might help there. It's definitely gonna be followed up with a counter AOE with the healing tiles, which definitely is better than the debuff tiles at all.
I'm surprised Liko on Pizza's side didn't bring mass heal.
He didn't. Okay. I think that's fine itself. I think the big AOE is already good enough, and I think the AOE potential from Jagger's side is very low. So he just thought, let me just uh, undo these debuff tiles.
Yeah.
When big AOE is coming up, that Oldie is probably dead here. And that hits everybody? Yeah.
If it's a 6-star Kruger, it should be dead.
Yeah, these tiles are going to replace the tiles. So I think that's a little bit of a mistake to cover the tiles immediately.
Does silence Liko, though.
Oh yeah, that's quite big, but the Liana is there to cover up any silence that could happen. But this game should be over. It's going to take down very quickly because the timer from Jagger is 0.
Yeah.
Prayer. Okay. I'm guessing the Liana did not bring heal, a regular heal.
She did not.
Probably has prayer, gospel, and act again.
Yep.
So, that's interesting. Prayer is not very strong against debuffs. The archer and the archer is much better against debuffs.
Yeah, the sustain is nice against the damage, but Sky Archer is really nice to have. At the same time, Pizza's team could just engage so fast, you might just lose the Sky Archer before you can even get to use it.
Yeah, AoE could kill that Sky Archer, eventually. They are quite weak.
Yeah, they only have like 6,000 HP.
Okay, yeah, I guess this is fine as well. And that since that liquid is silenced.
Yeah,
That's
just...
Yeah, I might even have thought about just going for the demon, the dark version, because once those is covered, it should be game over. But regardless, it's everyone's dead. All the AOE's that's gonna come up.
Yeah.
He does not have turn priority, but it should not matter because this anti-heal is gonna do too much.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably what he's stupid, but
it won't hit Liana or like the anti-heal, but you're just dead to Kruger, right?
even if you do heal, it's still too much units on Pizza's side. 5 versus 3. But yeah, that was a very convincing thing. Hopefully, Jagger can do something a little bit different this time. Because that was not very strong.
Yeah.
The side box potentially could have sided in some like assassins against the AoE.
Something to control the game better.
But he just sticking with a standard all-around good box and seeing what Jagger has. Since he does have 1 win over, so he has more leeway to do less than.
Yeah. If Jagger brings something crazy, then afterwards Pizza can swap to deal with it if he loses.
So, if you were Jagger, what would you do in this scenario? What side box options would you think about bringing?
I liked what you said about bringing assassins. Maybe some long leg single targets so Jagger or Pizza can't just push up. Something like that.
Mhm. There are quite a lot of good assassins against the debuffers. Um, they can mostly kill most of them, except perhaps like Rian can be a little bit tough to kill, but most of them should be quite strong against debuffers. Illustrio is quite good. Sigma is quite good. Megalo is quite good as well. There's a lot of good assassins that can counter all these debuff teams.
I think D-Lit is good against Pizza's box too.
Yeah, he can definitely be good. Oh, he just swapped everything. So that's a lot of swaps. So we're definitely in for a different kind of game.
Yeah, I find the Freya the most interesting thing, and he dropped Dog, but I feel like Dog's really good against Pizza's box too. You just ban Ellen and you're good to go, and burn.
It's not bad, but Pizza has some single target as well. So maybe Jagger's thinking about, let me just stick with this Freya, which cannot get killed by Elwyn, which cannot get killed by Ares, and then ignore those and ban the debuffers and try to assassinate whatever he gets through.
And there's no rosin seal in Jagger's box. I wonder if he just didn't manage to get her.
I'm not sure if he cited it out or not, but because there's so much things going on in
Yeah.
that side box. But yeah, it definitely does hurt his box against Pizza's box, which can single target and debuff, but more leaning towards the AoE debuff side. But is that Kruger first man? That's Elwyn first man. Okay?
Yeah.
Elwyn first man. Jag goes for Hilda. Okay. I would definitely ban the Florentia, because Florentia can be quite strong with Hilda.
Yeah, even if
Definitely
you
a
play
better
one.
plan. Yeah. There are options for Freya to buff a bunch of units. So maybe picking Freya was better there.
Yeah,
'Cause
there's
units like Florentia and Rosalio can do quite well by themselves, even without a faction buff. But units like Young Jessica and Illustrio might need that extra boost from the faction buff.
You think we're gonna see Jagger pick Mariel here? That's what it looks like to me.
Well, you see, Pizza's box right now has no magic tanks once you ban the dog, and even with the dog around, it's not really a great magic tank. So maybe here I would just go for pick up Young Jessica, try to kill Burn. That's what I would normally try to do.
Or D-Lit.
I'm not sure if Delay actually kills Burn,
Um,
but I've not really looked at those numbers yet.
I've seen her whiff and I've seen her kill, so it probably depends on training.
Trading the soldier types as well.
Yeah, like it depends on the demon training probably, because I'd imagine most people are approaching 80% calves.
Mm-hmm. But Jagger does have still the option to get that Jessica and just kill the burn. But now he has to sort of pick up a healer. And Young Jessica can also heal as well, so it's not a bad pick right here. But I think he's gonna pick up a more standard Liana here, I think.
Yeah.
Pizza should be wary that Young Jessica can just kill Burn straight up. At least I think so.
Yeah, she should be
He
able
is not
to.
very strong. Yeah. Oh, he picks it up. Okay. Now he just needs a buffer for it, which has to be Freya.
She can bring strength in.
Yeah, definitely can bring strength. It does weaken your options depending on the soldier type.
Yeah.
But definitely banning the Liana here. I would ban the Iris as well, and just pick up a big AoEer like a Bozo or Ares.
Yeah, I was wondering about picking Ares into Bernhardt, But if your plan is to just ban the magic tanks and then snipe the burn, and then Ares goes and snipes other stuff, I think it seems solid.
And even Jagger here can just ignore healers and just pick up like a Leon. But I think that's a little bit too risky against Act Again from Pizza's side.
Yeah,
one AoE might just kill all the single target potential.
I like Iris here. Teleport will be really nice for Young Jess. The damage too. It'll guarantee a kill, and her 3C will be some big healing burst.
And Pizza's Bozo was also quite weak as well. I remember it had like 9.7k HP. So this Ares with Iris definitely should be able to kill Bozo, especially even through the Mobius tiles because of the teleport option.
Yeah.
But he picks up Freya here. I'm not sure about that. So here, seeing that my opponent has very lacking of healers, pick up that Rain. Yes, pick up that Rain. Very hard to kill Rain with the AoE Ares, and just Act Again, pile on the AoE, and see how that does. I think it should do quite well.
Yeah.
The Leon, I'm not sure can kill through that as well because of the loss of HP from the soldiers through the Rains.
And there's Oleus tiles. Leon on this map is kind of meh too, because if you block off the bridges, then he can't go through the center too well because of the water.
He can bring the Mechanical Knights, which give him a good boost on the sides of the map.
Yeah.
Okay, so the battle plan for Pizzas is seeing that Jagger has not much healing, if any at all. He has to bring mass heal. He has to bring probably like a single target for burn. Just kill the burn. That's probably Jagger's best option. But Pizza's should be really thinking about turn 1 AoE with Reen. So I really want that Reen on that forest tile right now, and that Liana below Reen, just for that turn 1 AoE.
Yeah.
Because AoE should be able to just cripple the Young Jessica. It depends if Young Jessica's using like Holy Ring or not, because Silence can just be game over as well. And he did not pick up Leon, so it's gonna be very hard to kill that Reen normally as well.
I just feel like if Jagger picked up Iris instead of Freya, then he'd have a much better shot here. Freya's just not really doing anything against this team. Maybe protect against burn.
Just faction buffing for Young Jessica.
Yeah, I'd rather just bring Strength on her.
I'm not familiar with Young Jessica's movement, to be honest, but I assume that it would be a decent option compared to picking up an entire pick for a faction buffer.
It can be a bit awkward because of her Act Agains, but I mean, you have Iris to teleport to Jessica, so if need be.
Yeah, this Aryan should definitely bring a infantry troop, because walking across the water is very painful with cavalry. So I think that's definitely a mistake. And that Liana has to be pushed up. That Liana is not scared of Ares AoE, so threatening the option to turn 1 AoE is much more important than hiding her back there. So I think that's a little bit of a misstep from Pizza's side.
Yeah, it's just you already have Hilda. Freya's doing so little for the composition.
Let's see what they brought. I'm not familiar with Jessica's skills, to be honest. So I'm not sure this Divine Right Fireball is very strong. I'm assuming that they're strong as demons, I would think, right?
I don't.
It seems like something that'd be strong against demons. And Burn did bring demon soldiers, so he should be able to be killed much more easily.
Yeah, I don't actually know if that is strong against demons. I'll look it up.
That is. I'm not even sure that's 6-star. I think 8% is 6-star.
Yeah, 8% is 6-star, and it is effective against demons. The other thing that it does
Okay.
is when you die, you give everybody some damage reduction and a little bit of healing. Her 3C is okay.
Pizza's hiding back.
He wants to build up Reen stacks first, just, you know, standard Reen stuff.
I'm not sure if that's even necessary. You just maybe he's a little bit scared of that Ares. But did Ares bring single target or did he bring AoE?
Ares brought single target, and I would say he's probably a bit
Okay.
afraid of the Zerida range too.
Yeah, Zerida should generally do not much against Rian, uh, assuming your Rian's well built.
Yeah, there's also burn, so
Yeah, you can definitely keep the burn within squares of an attack, and should be very hard for it to kill. And also, moving that Aryan first is not very great as well.
yeah,
Usually,
usually
you want Zerida to make big tiles, then you get that extra stack of her talent.
yeah. Ari's always about fishing for those steel maiden stacks.
Mm-hmm. Did you get a look at the young Jessica's HP?
I think she's like 9k-ish.
9K? I am unsure if that would actually live a Aryan attack
10.5k.
AoE.
10.5k.
10.5, okay. I think that's a little more comfortable.
It's still kind of risky against Ares, yeah, though, like or Ari. Double attack would kill, I think, but not one AoE.
Okay. So now that young Jessica is in range of attack, I assume. I'm not familiar with her range, but I'm assuming that it's quite far. Maybe
It's
like 5 or 6 tiles.
Yeah, it's 5 without Genius and 6 with.
Okay. So Pisa has to do something. He definitely, I think he really missed out on that turn 1 Rian tactic. I think that would have sealed the deal. But now he's playing on the defensive and it feels a lot more uncomfortable.
Yeah. I mean, Jagger's playing pretty far back too, though, so I don't think Marine would have had an opportunity that fast anyway.
I think he should have that opportunity. That young Jessica was right in his face. So I think the move 3, buff up, and then act again would have reached a good amount of the units on Jagger's side.
Hmm.
But the thing is that even if you just threaten it, it's not bad at all. Because your
Yeah.
opponent has to do something that didn't cost you any resources.
And I think based off that intelligence, it's probably Genius Staff on that young Jess. Or, yeah. Like 1300, 1350, that's around the range.
Yeah. I'm not sure if this attack will kill, because I'm not familiar with it. But I know T-Jess usually kills a burn with her attack, because she has a very strong 3C. I'm not sure if young Jessica, especially at 5-star, could kill, but I'm assuming it does. Just because Burn's not very strong against magic.
Yeah. Maybe wouldn't kill that Reen on a forest.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't happen. That's too much damage reduction. I think that's like 30 plus the 20 from the tech.
Yeah.
That's 50% damage reduction. Flyers. So I'm assuming sorcerers don't do much damage.
Those
against
those flyers also have like 900 MDef.
Yeah, and the faction buff definitely helps as well. Everyone is not moving anywhere against that young Jessica. But Jagger's, I think he's waiting for that kill once all the other DPS don't move.
That's a really strong Ares. It's definitely full moon, but 1700 attack without any talent is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the I think mine's like 1590 something. So I'm assuming that's full moon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you make the tiles here? I feel like that's tiles are quite good here. Maybe. Oh,
Tenyo's, yeah.
that helps a lot.
I don't think you need to zone the areas that hard, do you? Like, you can wait for the clock opportunity.
Well, assuming that the Jessica kills, I think that will be quite good in this scenario. But maybe Pizza does not think that Jessica can kill Burn
Oh, no, no,
that easily.
it's, Jessica's not transformed yet. She needs to transform, and that takes up 1 turn, so she's not active at the moment.
And the transform does not allow her to act again?
No, it doesn't.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah. I have no idea what Young Jessica does,
Yeah,
but
no. I'm pretty
I
sure.
assume that it did.
Yeah.
Doesn't her unique do something like that? I remember
No,
reading somewhere
that
her
that
unique does something good.
that's when you untransform. It lets
Oh,
you
and
act
he's
again.
running the Jessica back. Well, yeah, I'm not familiar with it, but I'm assuming that this AoE is gonna be too much damage. Um,
It's kind of hard for Pizza to get in here. But that Tenyo's on Reen
well,
definitely helped.
I think that you can just Alhazard and be safe. You can kill the Rian. I assume. Yeah, the Rian should be dead if he goes in.
Yeah, without Burn Aura and Oldius Aura, it's still crit dependent, I think. Reen could AoE from a forest. I think
Not on his tiles. He can't reach anything with the forest tiles.
he could move,
So
I think he could move to that forest to the right of Hilda.
I don't think he could. That's way too far.
Yeah, you're right. He has 7 move right now. He's 1 off.
But yeah, Pizza should take a long time to think about if this Atkin is good. Atkin on Burn. That's interesting. Not sure what that does, to be honest. Because it does not threaten. The Zerida is gonna kill regardless. For the Aryan.
Maybe he wants to try and bait the Zeri into punching the Burn? Or, Burn Aura for Ari. Maybe Aeolus procs. Maybe Ari doesn't get crit. There's still Oldius Aura. Previously, Burn Aura wasn't in range.
Probably would not be in range anyway, even with that. But the thing is, Jagger's playing defensive now just because of Tangle. Maybe that's correct, but I don't think you need to be that defensive.
Yeah.
The young Jessica needs to kill that Burn. She's never gonna reach, especially if it's true that it takes time for her setup.
Burn Guard does run out this turn because of that act again. So Ares could have an opportunity.
And there's no more act again, so I think there's more options for Pete from Jagger's side. He can potentially move the. He's moving that Ares so far back. I'm not sure why. And now he's just losing range on his potential actions.
I guess Zerida doesn't have to go in, right? She can just disengage and then you can go for a different opportunity of engagement. I do feel like you could have transformed, or Jagger could have transformed Young Jess a lot earlier, because you definitely can act again after you untransform, and if she breezes and she gets the mobility from her talent too, so there's opportunities to be had there. It can feel like she's completely stationary, but she has opportunities even after she transforms.
Okay. So here I would just like move forward with the Jessica and just transform. If that rain goes for the AOE there, I think uh, I think that Zerida should be able to do something afterwards. But oh, you got a breeze. I'm not sure if that helps.
One thing to be said is if you can stall out the Reen for so long, then once he gets silenced, you know.
Yeah, you could.
Because Tenyo should
I'm
be
not sure.
out this turn.
So the Zerida doesn't kill. That shield thing. I think that's a damage dealt.
Yeah,
Damage
no,
decrease.
you
So
shouldn't. You
that
should
probably
not go
won't
in.
kill.
You should not go in.
Yeah.
Reen
And
can't
that's a forest
AOE.
tile too.
Reen can't
That's a
AOE
forest
anybody, and he has 2 turns on his transformation. So if you can wait out another turn, okay, never mind. The Tenyu didn't run out, so he can AOE, which is he's just gonna go in next turn. He kind of has to. And then Zerida could get silenced. So I guess you have to immediately Alhazard with Zerida next turn.
Yeah, but this AoE is gonna be big. I think Freya's gonna get AoE now, or that maybe the young Jessica gets AoE now.
Young Jessica could only get hit by the line AoE. Oh, never mind. You just go through the center. I counted bad. I always forget
Yeah.
that center is both swamp and then the tiles below has 1 depth tile.
Yeah. It can be quite confusing sometimes, but I would just probably use AoE here. Maybe
Yeah.
play a little bit softer if you want. Zerida does have option to Alhazard. I believe. Is that right?
Yeah.
What skills is it?
She has
I think
3C.
he brought blow. He has 3C and killing blow, right?
Yeah. I think he brought faction buff in 3C.
And then what's the third skill?
It should be Bloodbath. I'm not sure. Bloodbath is best for killing Reen. So that young Jess is still in range.
From what?
Reen AoE on Freya.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's 4 blocks. If it's Balance Blade, which a 1300 attack Reen looks like Balance Blade. Okay, now she's not.
He's yeah. That's quite weird.
So here I'd probably want to Alhazard with Zerida just so she can't get nailed with any debuffs that could prevent it from coming up.
You might as well, because you're not attacking anything this turn.
Yeah. And the timer's ticking on Reen's transformation.
How many turns left does that have?
2. So after he moves, he'll only have 1 turn and then silence if nothing gets killed.
That should be fine. That should be fine. You can always kill off something if you really wanted to. And once that Zerida does kill something, you're gonna get a buff anyway.
Yeah. Because you can always move Reen last next turn. Jagger has turn priority, so he can't just kill something after Reen moves if Pizza does the moves right.
Well, he has to stay within the guard range of burn because the Ares could potentially kill Reen that way. Not sure if that will kill still though, because that's burn or and Reen like a defense.
Yeah. And he can just be on a forest still too.
Yeah, that might be iffy, but Maybe kills, maybe.
I don't know. Probably if you move Reen 2 spaces above Burn, it's out of Zerator range, and it should be in range to hit the rest of Jagger's team. But I don't know if it's... I don't know this Reen's movement. 4+3, okay, so he can't... He needed to move onto that bridge to be able to hit young Jessica and Hilda and stuff, and now he can't because it's 4 blocks away instead of 3.
The fog is moving in though, so if he acts last, he should be able to hit something, I would think.
Yeah. Hilda can't move far enough to get out of reach of Reen's AoE range, so...
Okay, Act again is back up next turn. The issue is that Liana might just die to Ares if he's too close. It definitely has to watch out for that range. That's you have to count tiles. That might be dead. I'm not sure if you want to trade that way, but
Yeah, you kind of don't.
that trade might be good.
You kind of don't, because you want to hope that Pizza messes up with Reen, right?
I would not risk it.
Yeah.
There's no value in just trying to bait it out. I think the kill might be detrimental for it.
So actually, Hilda can move
if
out
Liana
of Reen.
does die, if Liana does die, then Reen does also get the extra ticks. So
Yeah.
maybe that was good.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Reen... Yeah, okay, no. He can always hit Hilda.
Yeah, he can always hit someone. There's not enough tiles to protect everybody from any AoE. But so the AoE should come up this turn. The thing is, he might have to suicide someone to maintain that buff, because that is the last turn.
Who would you suicide, Liana?
Maybe you can like go in with Arian somehow. Can Arian even reach anybody? Those Templars really messed up Arian here.
Yeah.
He cannot move much at all. That's why the infantry troop was definitely much better here.
Yeah, there's forest below her, and then she can't move through those center swamp tiles. So yeah, I don't think she can really reach anybody right now.
There's not much when both players block, so the action is going to happen very, very soon.
Yeah. There's not really a good move for Jagger here.
Yeah, something gets hit by the Rian attack. Just gotta make sure that Arian can't hit anybody though. But the act again is back up this turn, I believe. So I think this should be Pizza's game, assuming that Pizza does not mess up somehow.
Who would Liana act again though? She's kind of far out. Oh, she brought backstab.
This is kind of sad.
Yeah. Yeah, Reen can reach winged.
Oh, whoa. Why don't you use act again?
I guess
why do you want to save the Moses sandwich?
Yeah. If he dies, then your Reen keeps on going.
Yeah. And that Odious probably would die because the range from Ares is quite large. Two circles. So it probably would have died, and I would not mind it dying either.
Yeah. This does pull back Reen. Well, no.
No, it'll make them stay the same.
Yeah. And actually, Reen can't reach.
It's sad damage. Yeah, Reen's in the same spot. That is very sad.
Bernhardt versus Ares. Yeah, it makes him pretty sad.
So I'll probably attack the Ares or the Arian. That seems like
Yeah.
that's gonna be the option. You can do that, but you can't really.
It's Rag.
Do you really care about that Zero anymore? I mean, a kill's a kill, I suppose. I think either way is fine. But I'm not sure if the Arian attacking the Ares would have brought her below a certain amount, and then she can AoE Jessica afterwards.
Templars are pretty squishy, but yeah, if that happens, I guess it's a little bit risky to go for.
Okay,
that,
so it does take time.
Yeah, that moves
that's
into,
very sad.
that moves into Reen range, which...
But this is the last turn that she can AoE, so... But this AoE is good enough, because once you kill Jessica, then game's over. And Jessica cannot move.
Yeah, she probably has to use...
Over.
She probably has to use her 3C on herself here.
That's a long range, wow.
Yeah, she has 6 range.
Didn't do much damage, but that's long range. Okay, just heal up everybody. Probably heal up the burn.
Young Jess is just dead next turn, I think, because she's transformed in fog. She can't untransform in fog without dying. And that buff block prevented her from getting breeze or any sort of mobility.
Okay, can't normal attack him yet. He's the cavalry charge. But now you can push back everybody, right? Actually, you can't push back anybody. I'm not sure if you got passive block though. If the passive, I'm not sure if passive block actually works on Hilda's aura.
It does. I just watched a game where that was relevant.
Okay, you should check out that Hilda and maybe even push. You can always push afterwards, but it should be game over for the most part. The Arian's gonna clean up everybody here.
Yeah, just Grand Cross. I mean, Titus is just already dead, so.
Yeah, can't heal, and even if he's not dead to fog, he's dead to all the Rian burns. Oh, what does this do? This heals?
Heals and gives you a bit of damage reduction.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty sad. That young Jessica should have been able to do something against that burn, but unfortunately, it did not happen.
Yeah.
But that Freya pick was really, really bad. That Freya pick did absolutely nothing. But definitely had an Iris there instead.
Yeah, Winged, he picked Freya 4th over Iris. A little questionable.
And Iris has decent dispel potential as well. So.
Yeah, she dispels debuffs before she heals. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it was like 3 debuffs, and it's quite nice.
Could be 4 if you have Goddess tier on her, but most people probably run Teddy.
Okay, so just can't really do much. Oh, this is gonna kill, so. Yep, yeah, it's just simply game over.
Yep, GG.
That young Jessica needed to do some work and then follow up with a Ares kill, but unfortunately did not happen for Jagger.
So, congratulations to Pizza for advancing to round of 32. Better luck next season to Jagger. Yeah, thank you for joining me, Zelda.
Right, no problem, no problem.
You wanna do some reviews with me?
What was that?
You wanna do some reviews with me?
Sure.
Okay.